Fantastic Beasts 3-star based her character on Serena and Venus Williams. Actress Jessica Williams, who plays Professor Eulalie Hicks in Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore, revealed she based her character's wand work on tennis legends Serena and Venus Williams, beyond the surname similarities. In a recent episode of the podcast Collider Ladies Night, Jessica Williams gushed about how she modeled her wand skills around the tennis icons. "I'm so excited about my character. I think she's really strong and really capable. She's really good at defensive magic and she has some really cool, badass sequences in this movie that I'm so excited for everyone to see. I modeled a lot of her wand work after Serena and Venus Williams. I like that she does this really cool, strong magic like she really means it." Audiences might not remember seeing Professor Eulalie Hicks in Fantastic Beasts: The Crimes of Grindelwald, but she was there for a brief moment as a picture in a book giving Nicholas Flamel the noble advice to aid Newt Scamander in his fight against the dark wizard Gellert Grindelwald. Hicks is a professor of charms at Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry, the American Hogwarts, and a childhood friend of Tina Goldstein. In Secrets of Dumbledore, audiences get to see much more of Hicks as Dumbledore recruits her to also get involved in the fight. Jessica Williams muses that this is because of Hicks' big-hearted nature. Eulalie is really heart-driven and I think she's really good at seeing at the heart of people, and I think Dumbledore recruits her because he knows that about her. And I think she's somebody you can always depend on to do what's good and what's right. Audiences can see Jessica Williams Hicks and her tennis-inspired wand moves starting April 14th when Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore arrives in theaters. When does Season 2 of Chucky come out? In October of last year, SYFY began premiering weekly episodes of Don Mancini's latest adventure in the chronicles of everyone's favorite homicidal doll. Chucky aired on October 12 with its debut episode, Death by Misadventure, and concluded the 8-part season on November 30 with its finale, An Affair to Dismember. Serving as a sequel to the 7th feature film in the franchise, Cult of Chucky, SYFY's series follows the bloodthirsty doll as he commits multiple murders in the quiet town of Hackensack, New Jersey, after 14-year-old Jake Wheeler finds him at a yard sale. Jake becomes the suspect linking a series of murders across town that eventually involve his classmates, Devon and Lexi. Chucky stars Zachary Arthur as Jake Wheeler, Björgvin Arnason as Devon Evans, and Olivia Allen Lind as Lexi Cross. The series sees Jennifer Tilly, Fiona Dourif, and Brad Dourif reprise their roles as Tiffany Valentine, Nika Pierce, and the voice of Chucky, respectively. The Chucky series dives deeper into Charles Lee Ray's childhood, chronicling his upbringing and the events that led to him becoming a notorious serial killer. Moreover, the storylines and character arcs of significant figures within the franchise, including Alex Vincent's Andy Barkley, Dourif's Nika Pierce, and Tilly's Tiffany Valentine, all excelled in the 8-episode first season, gaining substantial growth and character development. On February 26, Don Mancini tweeted a preview poster for the second season of Chucky, but neglected to caption the post. The poster, which features a headshot of Chucky illuminated by a bright red neon sign, ambiguously states the title as Chucky 2 and confirms the show's return sometime in 2022. There is no official news regarding the show's release date, but Don Mancini likes his Halloween-time releases. This tendency to favor the fall months likely means the second season will mimic the first, leading Chucky Season 2 to arrive on SYFY and the USA Network sometime in October. A few days ago, Don Mancini tweeted an image of himself, Zachary Arthur, and Björgvin Arnason on the Chucky set, captioning the photo "The boys are back in town #Chucky Season 2. The filming process is clearly underway, which makes the October release window seem all the more likely. Chucky fans should expect to wait until at least the fall for Season 2. Disney drops some truth in the new Moon Knight promo. This is the beginning, Arthur harrowing tones at the start of Disney's newest Moon Knight promo trailer. And though we're already 2 episodes deep into the 6-episode run of Disney's bizarre new Marvel superhero series, it's safe to say that the ending of episode 2 definitely heralds a new beginning of sorts, for the show's setting, its titular hero, and most importantly, for his alter ego, Marc Spector. The promo, which is only 15 seconds long, features 2 lightning-fast, blink and you'll miss them, never-before-seen sequences, presumably from next week's episode. We see Moon Knight himself, in full lunar garb, in combat with a hard-to-make-out foe, as they leap across the bricks of a crumbling ruin. Given last week's reveal that Marc has traveled to Egypt, his Stephen Grant persona involuntarily in tow, it's awfully likely that the ruin in question is that of an ancient pyramid. Perhaps even that of the Great Pyramid of Khufu itself. Earlier promos have featured numerous scenes showing Moon Knight, Grant Spector, Layla, and Harrow in what seem to be ancient Egyptian temples, so a prominently featured pyramid might be a clue to where we can expect some of those sequences to take place in episode 3. The other major reveal of the promo is a scene in which the Stephen Grant persona appears in the sterile white hallway of what seems to be a hospital, or some other sort of institution. Grant Spector has found himself in mental health facilities in several of the volumes of the Moon Knight comic series, so it's likely that we could find him committed to one, in either a flashback, or a hallucination. Jeff Lemire's writing of the character during his run on the comic featured Spector finding himself in a hospital, where a psychiatrist attempted to convince him that he was not and had never been Moon Knight, but was in fact suffering a delusion. The psychiatrist later turned out to be an avatar of Ammit, which would certainly fit into the facts of the current series. Who is Marvel's Jake Lockley and is he in Moon Knight? Disney Plus Moon Knight has introduced 2 alternate identities of its titular superhero so far, the meek Stephen Grant and the badass Marc Spector, who is under Khonshu, the Egyptian god of Moon's thumb, as he saved his life. While Marc and Stephen were already having a hard time striking a balance between their warring personalities, the recently released 3rd episode of the series has thrown in another mysterious alter ego the two are totally unaware of. In the episode, we see Marc on Arthur Harrow's tail in Egypt, as the latter is using the scarab he finally secured in the last episode to find Ammit's tomb. But all he knows is that he is in the country, with no clue about his exact location and whether he has already found the tomb. He tries tracking someone who would have shared information about the same, but before Marc can get to him, Harrow's goons murder him. Left with no choice, Marc faces off against the 3 and is dead set on getting his answers from them. But at the last moment, a reflection of Stephen intervenes and takes control. While what happens next is not shown, it isn't hard to guess that the scared Stephen probably apologized and ran away before the flabbergasted thugs could respond. Marc once again finds himself in control and discovers that he is in a taxi, on the way to the airport. Stephen probably hailed the first taxi he could find and decided to fly the coupe. Marc finds the thugs again and pursues them, only to lose control once again when they overpower him. When he wakes up, he finds that he has stabbed 2 of the goons to death. As he was not the one in power and blacked out, he presumes that the harried Stephen probably killed the men in his defense, but the latter, in the reflection, is shocked that Marc could even think that he would kill someone in cold blood. So, what's happening here? While Marc is ruthless when it comes to getting answers and doesn't hesitate to break a bone or 2, he draws a line at killing without reason. In this scenario, he couldn't possibly kill the only clues he had to find Harrow. On the other hand, just considering that Stephen, who is scared to death even by the slightest noise, is a killer is a laughable idea. This leaves only one possible answer: there is another alter ego at play here, and if we were to turn to the Marvel comic books for inspiration, the name that comes up is Jake Lockley. When he wakes up, he finds that he has stabbed 2 of the goons to death. As he was not the one in power and blacked out, he presumes that the harried Stephen probably killed the men in his defense, but the latter, in the reflection, is shocked that Marc could even think that he would kill someone in cold blood. So, what's happening here? While Marc is ruthless when it comes to getting answers and doesn't hesitate to break a bone or 2, he draws a line at killing without reason. In this scenario, he couldn't possibly kill the only clues he had to find Harrow. On the other hand, just considering that Stephen, who is scared to death even by the slightest noise, is a killer is a laughable idea. This leaves only one possible answer: there is another alter ego at play here. And if we were to turn to the Marvel comic books for inspiration, the name that comes up is Jake Lockley. Moon Knight airs weekly on Wednesdays on Disney+.